Okay, so I just tried to trade in my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 for the recently released Z Fold 8 Ultra, and guess how much it is being valued at? £630. Like, this is a phone I bought 8 months ago for £1,900. So it just made me to sit back a bit and think, what are the upgrades that came with the Z Fold 8 Ultra that would worth me entering into 1,200 debt right now? So I decided to make a video about it because I know I'm not the only person in this situation. There are a lot of Z Fold 7 users who are obviously thinking, should they upgrade to the Z Fold 8 Ultra or even the regular Z Fold 8? So in this video, I'm just going to outline as clean as possible all the upgrades that were made, and at the end I hope you can be able to just evaluate for yourself if each of these upgrades, either individually or cumulatively, is worth upgrading for. You just have to decide for yourself. For me, I already made my decision. I will tell you what it is at the end of this video. The very first upgrade is the whole hinge redesign and the less crease visibility. Yeah, this year Samsung with the Z Fold 8 Ultra actually redesigned the hinge to make it more durable. They use better durable materials with it, which is great, and they also made it easier to open it. And I must say, yes, when I got the Z Fold 7, because it was my very first foldable phone, I found it really hard to be able to just open the inner display without it almost falling off, without my hands shaking, without some accident almost happening. So I can understand the need for that redesign to make it more easier to open it. And then the crease. It is now way less visible in the Z Fold 8 Ultra when compared to the Z Fold 7. Now take note, the major word there is less visible, not invisible. So when you look at the Z Fold 8 Ultra, you still see the crease. It's just not as visible as it is with the Z Fold 7. Personally, I don't think it is worth the upgrade because of this, because I don't feel threatened by the hinge. Samsung really did a good job with the Z Fold 7 hinge. It is durable, and ever since I've been using it, I've never had that scare at all with the hinge. So there is no reason for me to think, you know, I need to upgrade because my hinge is getting bad. So for the very first physical upgrade that was made, it's not worth it if you ask me, but like I said, you decide. Now the second update is in the processor. Of course, now we now have the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy on the Z Fold 8 Ultra. Performance is obviously better when compared to the Z Fold 7. But then better is a relative word. The question now is, in terms of what I do, in terms of what you do you need more power? Personally, I've never used my Z Fold 7 for all the things I do with it, and I do a lot of things with it. I use it to write my script, I use it to make research, I use it in school, I use it everywhere I go to. And I've never been in a situation where I would say, oh, I think I need a faster phone or a faster processor because this is lagging. No. So yeah, processing power may have improved, but once again, £1,200 more for that, just not worth it. Now at this point, let's be very sincere. It is really hard to see any new phone that is worth upgrading to, mostly if you have the generation before it, because nowadays there are very little improvements made towards that jump, you know, upgrading. So I'm not surprised. At the end of this video, you're going to see that it is not worth upgrading, but then we still have to like place all the cards in front of you so you can make that decision for yourself. Let's go to the third upgrade that was made, and that is in the battery and charging department. I made several videos on the Z Fold 7, and in every video I'm always complaining that it charges too slow. 25 watts in this day and age is really slow. And this year Samsung bumped it up to a moderate 45 watts. And then in terms of battery, they moved it from 4,400 on the Z Fold 7 to 5,000 mAh in the Z Fold 8. So definitely better battery life and faster charging. And I would say that is the only reason why I would really have wanted to upgrade, because like I said, I use this phone a whole lot. Like I use it a whole lot. So the ability to be able to charge it way more faster, the ability to be able to have better battery life, mostly when I'm away from the studio, is something I would really want. And that is about the only time in this video that I would say it may be worth actually upgrading because of that. But you still get to decide for yourself. Now let's talk about the fourth major upgrade, and that is in the cameras. And it's basically just one camera. We now have a 50 megapixel ultra wide cameras as against the 10 megapixel that we have in the Z Fold 7. Now, is it worth upgrading because of that? Well, it's going to largely depend on if you actually use your ultra wide cameras very much. And here are some ultra wide shots from my Z Fold 7, and you agree with me that the shots are still top quality in every way. Of course, with a 50 megapixel, you get more details in the pictures, and of course, better details means better photos. But my ultra wide is not that one camera that I always use, so I can't live without it. I'm talking about myself now. I can. Every other camera is largely unchanged. The same 200 megapixel wide angle camera and the same 10 megapixel telephoto cameras. I really wish they actually improved the telephoto to 50 megapixels, and then we'll be talking. They could have just bumped that up instead of the ultra wide. That would have made more sense. But since we don't have it, once again, I don't think it is worth the upgrade, personally. Now, every other thing that is an upgrade now all has to do with One UI 9, which of course is software, and it is eventually going to come to the Z Fold 7. It's just a matter of time. Samsung does this thing where they delay software updates whenever they release new phones like this, because that is like majorly the difference. Once One UI 9 comes to the Z Fold 7, which will be very soon, all of the other features like my fan cam and things like that will all be available here, and you can basically do it. So there isn't so much you're missing when it comes to the software. Now, apart from these upgrades, basically everything else is the same. The display is not technically better, just brighter, 3000 nits, but I have never had any reason to complain that my Z Fold 7 is not bright enough for me outdoors. So what is my final decision? Before I tell you guys, I want to state one thing clear. The £630 value for the trade-in is obviously not the highest I can get if I want to sell this phone. Of course, I can choose to go to Amazon or eBay, and I will get way more than that. It may take longer, but I will. But the point of this video is this: if you have the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 and you want to upgrade to either the Z Fold 8 or the Ultra, you now know what the upgrades are, and you now get to be able to make a better decision if you really want to upgrade or not. If you still want to go ahead to make the upgrade, that is 100% your choice, but at least now you know what to expect so you don't feel disappointed. That is the whole essence of this video. For me, I'm still going to go ahead with the upgrade, and that is because I'm a tech reviewer. I want to use the Z Fold 8 Ultra so I can talk about it with you guys on this channel. So I'm going to get it. I will still likely get the regular Z Fold 8 and still make videos about it because that is part of my job. But if it is not your job, then it may not really be necessary when it comes to upgrading. I'm just trying to watch my words here. I am not telling you not to upgrade, but at least now you know what to expect and what not to expect. Thank you once again for watching this video as usual, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, mate.